It's my third time in Tankwa. It's a lot similar to the type of terrain I grew up riding, so it's actually nice to come race that type of terrain. Tankwa's got a lot of rocks and sand, it's got dry riverbeds, basically something with everything.
My GPS het ook gekeken.
I think the longer you race, you're a little bit nervous in the beginning, and the longer you race, the more you ease in. I think you get so tired that you let the bike do the work instead of yourself, like it should be.
We started with the time trial this morning. I had a few problems with the auxiliary stuff on my motorbike, so my GPS has kept on switching off. My charger for the GPS is packed up about 5 k's into the time trial. Luckily there was quite a large gap between time trial and the special stage this morning, so I managed to get my chargers figured out. Now I had to replace the rear tyre. My rear tyre didn't like the high speeds that we had on the time trial this morning, so those little issues set me back a bit. We figured that out and had a good special stage this afternoon. I started behind Stefan Marais, who beat me on the time trial. I slowly caught up to him and I sat in his dust, and between opening gates and having to skip refuels and so on, I managed to get past him, and I think I might have pulled a small gap. This afternoon's riding was right up my alley. I really enjoyed it.
Shannon was in front of... Net so, druk hom na, en dan slaan jy die knop.
The terrain over here is also spectacular. You can go from dry riverbeds with no rocks, where you can just hang cable in top gear, sliding the bike around, into tight sections in the thorn bushes where you have to really concentrate to not get stuck in the thorn trees. And then from there you can go up high mountains with enough rocks that you'll never want to see a rock again in your life. Tankwa was a really special place, and I think that's what draws me here every year.
Tankwa is one of my favorite cross-country races in South Africa. It's something like nothing else you'll ever experience. I think most of the rocks actually breed here. Everything's rocks, from slow rocks to fast rocks. We go through tires very quickly. The Honda did amazingly. I didn't have to change anything of obviously the normal maintenance, filters and all that.
water will catch you.
Yes, I got stuck in the rocks there. Some of the routes has become, how can I say, easier because since last year as well, we've ridden out better tracks and the route isn't as hard on you. So a lot of the big rocks that were there last year are now gone. So you can go even faster, which is nice. But a lot of the guys struggled. It's very tough. Some of the guys were saying it's your average rider is going to have a hard time. But the guys are doing well. It's nice to see.
Ons het 'n goeie Tankwa die jaar gehad. Ek dink die jongens wat het deelgeneem het dit baie geniet. Ek maar se uitdagings, een van die groot uitdagings is ook die manne se bande. Ons het vanoggend iets soos 15 bande herstel van voertuie en quads. Ja, so nee, hy is maar vol uitdagings.
Hallo.
Ja, lekker gery.
Awesome. Baie lekker.
Het jy 'n bietjie probleme gehad of wat?
Ja, het 'n pick-up verloor by een honde. Het losgekom, raak tussen die disk en die caliper. Bietjie gesomersault. Gelukkig ek jy. Nou, wiel afgehaal, gou die disk mechanic af op 'n klip, so that's really fine. Maar ek dink hy is net 'n plot dat hy nie wil navigate nie. Dis sy eie keuse.
So we have, lights in the end of the day, recovery, and thanks to our tracking system from Africa Stuff, pinpoint accuracy to pick up a competitor with a mechanical breakdown, get him back safely, saving a lot of extra time.
Elke motorbike het so 'n klein tracking unit op. Dis 'n Global Star tracking unit, full satellite. Dis al wat hier werk hier buitekant. En hulle update so elke 10 na 15 minute toe. Die voordeel wat ons het, dis nou pikdonker daar buitekant en ons weet waar's die laaste hoendertjies. Hulle is nie ver nie, ons hou hulle dop. Hier is hulle almal groen aan die agterkant. Dis die roete wat hulle moet ry. Hulle het nog 'n entjie om verby ons te ry deur 'n rivierbedding op en af langs die pad weer. So ons hou hulle maar dop. As iemand gaan staan, sien ons dit en ons kan help as daar moeilikheid is. So dit is baie belangrik hierdie laaste tydjie om seker te maak die ouens beweeg hulle stadig.
That was a very long day. Yes. Yeah.
It was, just hit the dark going into the riverbed, so that was a bit difficult. GPS died. There were two of us. I had someone, I had a light and he had a GPS, so we managed to find our way. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was really great.
Thank you. Nice, good team work.
Yeah,
there.
so it was a bit of navigation and then finding home and heading back. But it was all good until it got dark. It was great fun. Really good route, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It was the final day at the Tankwa rally today, day 3. We started with a relatively short 76-kilometer loop, which was basically Friday afternoon's section, but in reverse, which made it quite interesting. So we had a line to follow most of the way. After that, we came back. They gave us up to 45 minutes just to take it easy, catch your breath, have something to drink, refuel the bike, and get the GPS routes loaded for the next section. It took us into the mountains behind the main DSP area. Out of the mountains, we dropped back into the dry riverbeds, and we played in them in the loose sand of the dry riverbeds and the rocks. We went out on wonderful jeep tracks, just sliding the bike all over the place.
First time doing Tankwa rally, nothing like I've ever done before. It's something that I haven't expected. So I came here thinking it's going to be a lacquer ride, but it was very in your face. The terrain this side is very different to what we got in Joburg side. It's a lot drier, not as open as I thought. You run through tires like nothing. So we actually came this side running some soft compound tires thinking it was going to hold out, but we ran through 2 pairs and then we decided to go a bit harder compound tire. The competitors this side were really on the ball. Everything was really tough. The guys were really riding well. And I think for those guys that have finished, congratulations, because it was really a tough one, man. So yeah, no, amazing event. Amazing organizers. Really will definitely come again next year.
This was excellent training for Dakar. I'm doing Dakar in January, so I also had to think about not doing anything silly, especially if I was in the dust. So I had to take it easy because I've got to try and stay in one piece for Dakar. There's not much time to recover if something happens. It's been a tough 3 days. Tankwa is always my favorite race of the year, cross-country wise. It's in your face the whole day. You don't get rest. The days just get tougher and tougher, and at the end of it all you feel so accomplished, and I'm glad to actually be standing here today done. It's a good feeling.
In first position in the total time of 10 hours and 58 minutes as opposed to second place with 12 hours and 46 minutes. In first position, David Ellis, who I believe hasn't been on the bike since March or April this year.